Hello, everybody. We will now start our roundtable meeting for the career panel. And I would like, first of all, for all the representatives to let us all know them and introduce themselves before we start our session. So we will start with the Intel representative, Dr. Alexander Strikowski. Alex? Okay. Until Alex is with us, let's start with the representative for Pearl Cohen, Dr. Levi Steinhardt.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be here. And I'm Levi Steinhardt. I'm a patent attorney at Pearl Cohen. And my academic background, I am a pharmacist. I have a PhD in neuroscience and an MBA. And that's enough for a quick introduction.
No problem. So let's move on to the 3D battery representative, Yehuda Buganim.
Hello, so I'm Yehuda Buganim. I'm an R&D researcher at 3D Battery, which is a startup company for lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. My background is, my bachelor degree is material engineering at Ben-Gurion University, and then I worked for 2 years for Intel. After that, master degree in chemistry, Weizmann Institute, Michal Labs, which is also part of our panel. And today I am a researcher at 3DB, and that's it, I think.
Great, and the Science Abroad representatives, Nadav Douani, Dr. Hannah Noah Barad, and Dr. Onen Gottesman.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nadav Douani. I'm the CEO of Science Abroad. I understand that what I will tell you later on what we are doing, but my background is from political science and business, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
And now, finally, if the other representative for Science Abroad will present later in the smaller forum. So if they do not wish to represent themselves right now, we can move on to the academia representatives before we try and talk to Alex again. He has some problem with his microphone.
Okay, so I'll start. Hi, I'm Michal Eskes. I'm from Weizmann Institute. I did my background is in undergraduate in chemistry in Tel Aviv University, and then direct PhD at Weizmann in chemical physics, and postdoc at Cambridge University in the UK. And then from 2015, I opened my own lab here at Weizmann, working on energy storage and solid state NMR spectroscopy. And it's nice to be here.
Great, and Professor Elad Gross.
Hi, so I'm Elad. I did my undergrad and graduate student at the Hebrew University and focusing on surface science. Then I moved to UC Berkeley for a postdoc, and since 2014, I'm a PI at the Hebrew University, working in catalysis and energy-related topics.
All right, Alex, are you with us now? I cannot hear you, Alex. Are you managing to set up your microphone? All right, let's give you a few minutes to try and do it behind the scenes, and we'll start with questions for the other participants first. So, let's start with a short introduction of the company you're here to represent. So if we could go through in the order that is presented in the program itself, starting with Pearl Cohen until Alex can set up his microphone. So really, the floor is yours.
Yeah. I was told I can present one slide, so I will be
Yes, you may.
to share it with you. Do you see it? Do you see my slide?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, but I can see it. Okay, so I'm happy to represent Pearl Cohen here. I'm actually honored to represent Pearl Cohen. Pearl Cohen is an international law and patent firm. We have offices in Israel and in Tel Aviv and in Haifa. We have offices in the United States and the United Kingdom. As I said, we are a law and patent group, so we provide like a one-stop shop for all our clients' legal, commercial, and intellectual property needs. From the patent perspective, we have, as you can see here, 55 patent attorneys with different degrees. A patent attorney needs to have a degree from the academy. Most of us have PhDs. We are also supported by we are enriched by a team of scientific advisors, all with PhD degrees in various areas. We represent clients, as you can see here, for more than 25 different industries.
Rivi,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you are in a, can you change the display settings that we won't see it with the, we see it like small.
Okay.
So
set as presenters.
Yeah, do it as display setting, you see on top.
Okay. Wait a minute. Not better, right? Well, let's leave it. I will just close it because it's really not a significant slide. I will deal with it later in the Pearl Cohen room. Anyway, as I told you, we have different clients we represent different clients and businesses in different inventors, both local in Israel and from the international markets. That's about it, I think, for a quick introduction.
Great, so let's move on to 3D battery. Yuda.
Second, I will present also. Can you see the presentation? Okay, good. So 3D battery, as I mentioned before, we are a startup company for lithium-ion batteries, focusing on the latest development and the most advanced technology for energy storage. Located in Rehovot, Park Hamada, relatively small company, right now 22 employees. Most of them are researchers from the field of electrochemistry, material science, polymer expert, and more. A few months ago, we established our first production line, which is a pilot line for our first generation product that we hope to deliver to the market soon. And also we are raising money for a new battery factory in Israel, medium-sized factory, something like 100 megawatt hour per year. Some of this money is going to come from governmental support, and the other is from investors. And we're looking for growth and hiring more and more scientists to extend the R&D department of our company. And about myself, I already told my path. think that's it.
Great. Alex, is your microphone okay now, or will we move on to Science Abroad first? Alex, can you speak now? I still cannot hear you. I will try and see if it's something on my side. Let's move on to Nadav Duani, the CEO for Science Abroad for now.
Again, hi everyone. So guys, just show you my slide. So I decided to share with you only our mission and what we need to do. So Science Abroad is the organization of Israeli scientists that live outside of the state of Israel, that move to do their postdoc or their PhDs. And we are running 32 communities in 7 countries worldwide. And we have, except of this, five groups that dealing with specific topics and are not located geographic. And that's the reason why I'm here now. We are working with all the universities in Israel. By the way, I'm here at the Open University in Ra'anana right now. And we are trying to help you scientists that live outside of the state of Israel to come back to Israel and find your place at the Israeli academia or the Israeli industry. And that's what we are doing. We were established in 2016. And since then, we really grow up, and now we have more than 4,500 members, and we'll be more than happy that you'll be part of our organization. All of our activities are free, and we will try to help you first enjoy your time abroad, and after that, find your way, your path to come back to Israel and help the Israeli economy and the Israeli academia to become much better than she is right now. And by the way, she's great. And that's all for now, and I'll be happy to hear questions later on. Thanks.
We can't hear you, Nitai.
Sorry, I said let's move on for now to our academic representatives, and we'll start with Elad this time.
Yeah, so what do you want me to? So I don't have any presentation or something. So what's the?
Not really a problem. Just present where you're at, the university you're in, and just general basic knowledge.
Okay, I think I said most of the technical things. So I did my studies at the Hebrew University, and then decided to move for Berkeley, and I'm working in the field of catalysis and spectroscopy, focusing on IR spectroscopy, high spatial and temporal resolution spectroscopy. And I have a group of about 10 people. I think that's it.
Great.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Should I? I don't have any agenda to promote, but but in any case, yeah. So the path I already mentioned. I'm a chemist, and I focused. Originally, I was a physical chemist working on developing methods in solid state and NMR spectroscopy. And after that, I moved to my postdoc in the University of Cambridge, where I was interested in applying these kind of methods to study challenging materials that are used in lithium-ion batteries and other types of other materials for energy storage, not just lithium-based. And then 6 years ago, I opened my own lab where we focus on both of these aspects, so developing new methods that can increase the sensitivity that we have in solid state and NMR spectroscopy, so that we can address challenges that are even more difficult challenges in material science, such as how to probe thin surface layers and different aspects like that. So the group is mixed of people that are material scientists and people that are physical chemists, and some people develop new methods and some people apply them, and some people do both of these aspects.
Okay, great. Alex, are you with us now? If not, I think maybe you'll try to answer through chat.
Alex has some problems with connecting with his audio, but I can present instead of him.
Okay,
Well,
that would be
actually,
great.
I will not present. I will just tell some things about Intel. So I'm Dori. I made my PhD and my postdoc in the Hebrew University. And now I've been working in Intel for the last 3 years. As you may know, Intel is a very big company. We have something like 80,000 workers. And we are manufacturing the most up-to-date CPUs and the systems on chip. And any questions that you have, we will be glad to answer in the next session or now.
Great. So now the floor is open to questions. So if anyone has any questions, please raise your hand using the reaction.
You always make mistakes. So that's a given fact. And I'm very connected to what Michal said, that she likes being a PI and doing biggest, even before she was a PI, that there are a lot of unpredictable things and how to maneuver and how to encounter new things and discover those new things. And as Elad said, you always learn new things and you need to manage challenges. And during all of those things, you're making a lot of mistakes. So if you now will try to go back and say, if I wouldn't have done that mistake, so it's don't think about it, just move forward. And you can always try to adjust and something good will come up. Just move forward and you need to have an objective, you need to have a mission, what you would like to do. And sometimes this also changes. But don't try to apologize for the mistakes that you've done, you just learn from those mistakes.
I think that this was kind of a philosophical question because I'm not sure that calling it a mistake is right, because you have to love your mistakes. That's why you are who you are today, because of your past. And if you have done things different, you would be a different person. So I think it's right in every aspect of life, also in your career. Wherever you can plan, but life will take you where it plans to take you.
I totally agree with all of you said, and I just want to add that now that you are choosing your path, your path going forward after your studies, I think it's important to keep in mind, just be open to different things, to different suggestions, to different offers that maybe you didn't think about it at the beginning, maybe you didn't see yourself doing it, but eventually maybe it will work out to be a great thing, and just keep an open mind.
Thank
you so much.
Sure. I'll just add like a 2 sentences. For me, in my very short path compared to others here, I was like going back and forth from the academy to the industry like at least 2 times, and I always had the feeling of that I think I know what I'm looking for, but I was never sure. So my recommendation is just, if you think and you feel like there is something that is good for you, so go ahead and try it. Opportunities are always changing. You always have an opportunity to do something today that you don't have tomorrow, and tomorrow you have an opportunity that you don't have today. So if you get the feeling that you want to try something but you don't sure, so go ahead and try it. You can always do other things after it until you find the way that is the most suitable for you. And every step you do, you develop not only professionally, but also as a person, and you have a clearer picture of what you want to do later on. And that was my insight so far.
Thanks everyone for your answers. We now split into 5 different rooms, each for each of our organizations. Sadly, we can only choose 1 room each. but I'm sure each one will be fascinating. This room will remain for the Science Abroad representatives, and you're all free to choose whichever organization you want to hear. Thank you for your participation.
Thanks all. Thanks
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.